welcome.
What's up? Right on time.
Yeah, I think I think I fixed the lighting.
Oh, okay. It does look feels different.
Yeah, and that was completely on
Are we
accident.
brighter on the screen?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yeah, so there's no more glare.
Yeah,
so
it looks better.
Yeah, so we actually look proper now.
Nice.
That was a complete accident. I just kept every time I would get my foam roller back there, just mess up the light.
Well, because it was tilted before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
It was more tilted or centered towards us. I guess that's where
casted a shadow.
Yeah. So no more of that. So yeah,
that looks good.
Yeah, we're good now. All right, so got the tabs up.
Here we go.
Got the question of the day. You good though? Everything good?
Everything. Yeah. How about you? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know why I'm always tired on Wednesday. Not like saying I don't want to do it. It's just always like I don't know what it is.
How long? I've been tired since the festival this weekend.
Oh yeah. Y'all did go. Y'all did go. Yeah.
Had fun.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, hold on. Before we get started, DE said, yes, another day closer to I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, bogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey. You I had to for the sake of it. I had to read the whole thing. Oh, what an intro. That is funny. Thank you for that, D. That is funny. Without further ado, welcome to another episode of 4th and 0. It is your hosts. We are here to cover, honestly, I think it's just going to be an all football cast.
Pretty much, yeah.
Going to talk about how the Lions threw 5 interceptions and won a game.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the disaster of Dallas, or if there's anything to talk about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're going to talk about tomorrow's matchup against Philly and Washington. We're going to talk about the poll for the college football ratings.
Yep.
We'll talk about how Cincinnati, how Kansas City and that Pat Mahomes, is that an overreaction or is that something to talk about?
What? How the game ended?
No, how he was trying to ask for help for the ref.
Oh,
was that?
I mean,
is that an overreaction?
It's cliche to say it's like a real thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't know because he's weird. I mean, he's the only one. I've never seen players ask refs for help.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might be a reach by me unintentionally.
It's hard to say.
And then Miles did talk about. He did want to talk about Florida and how your ref your coach. Basketball coach, yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, what did he do? Basketball coach?
Yeah.
Oh, there was something about him. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't think I kept up with it.
There was a scandal that got him up out of the program.
Oh,
yeah.
I will be the first to preference college basketball. Not my number one kept track. I will keep track of it during March Madness. During the season, I just don't know what it is. But
so basically, real quick to talk about it before Miles gets in here. Basically, all he was saying that he got caught on a scandal. I think he was texting a minor.
Oh, all right.
Or something, underage, and then I think he had a fam at the house, I believe.
Great guy.
Yeah, that's what Miles told me over the weekend. So I was like, wow.
What a human being.
Yeah, he was like, see, this is why Florida can't have anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Damn.
And to start off, DE said, Ronnie over here looking like 90s skater band Nirvana called They Said Boston Sucks.
Oh, no.
And then he said, how about them Hawk Tours, Ronnie? That is crazy.
Oh yeah, we lost to the Hawk Tours.
Yeah, that was a crazy
1 point with no Trae Young.
Well, I mean, it's either that or Eric Spoelstra coming onto the court.
Yeah.
With no timeouts, not realizing they had a timeout, and then you just have the worst blunder against one of the worst teams.
He gets a pass, but that was not great.
What?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to criticize him, but it's Eric Spoelstra.
Over a pass from y'all?
That's a good point.
Oh no!
I think we need to blow up the team. I think it's over.
blow up Miami?
No, Boston. I think we're done.
What?
Yeah, blow up everything up.
Oh, that's a crazy.
We got to trade everyone.
Is this an overreaction?
We're in rebuild mode right now.
What?
Yeah, we can't do it. Can't lose to the Hawks with no Trae Young. Blow it up. No championship. We might as well be the Charlotte Bobcats back in like.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I would rather watch them.
Yo, Boston. Yo, fam.
It's over.
Now I understand why they say Boston fans are ungrateful.
It's over.
Y'all literally just came
cried about it for a second, but you got to pick it up.
What? Yeah. Y'all just came off of a chill.
I know, but it feels like it was years ago.
It was literally
No, I did see a group of people, and I don't know if they were being sarcastic, but they were like, damn, this team is not the same team. We look like really bad. This is like not good. Like panicking over the 13th game, the 12th game of the season. Like, hold on. It's one game. It's fine. It's fine.
So DE agreed with me when I said Boston fans, and then he also said he gets a pass while you're Boston fans though. Basically,
I know.
So yo, Boston fans, y'all really have to sit down and just it's not that serious.
It's not that serious,
bro. No. It's 13 games. Hold on, so because now I gotta look, and because
they're 9-3.
I'll be real. I didn't think we were going to talk about basketball today, so I didn't really bring up.
Yeah, I didn't want to do too much with it, but yeah, I just wanted to. That did get brought up, and that.
Bro, y'all are 9-3.
Yes, I know. It's not bad.
Yo, can we talk about Cleveland right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
What the?
I don't know what to tell you because you couldn't have put enough money in the world in front of me to bet that they were going to be the best team in basketball.
No, for real. Yo, what's good, Miles? So, we just kicked everything off. We didn't really get into everything. Oh yeah, you said it's going to be a great day to laugh at FSU for losing 53-3
again.
Oh yeah, and then I told Miles, I told Ronnie about the Florida basketball coach with that.
Caught up on that.
So Miles, because I know you told me over the weekend. So was he just texting a minor? Because I know he said he got up out of there. He's exiled. So was he? May you confirm for me, please?
We need confirmation.
Because I don't want to be up here spreading false information.
Yeah, that's a serious thing. But
and then DE said it's a great day seeing Georgia out of the top 12. Yeah, that was a crazy.
Yeah.
Did I call? Yo,
you did.
Ooh, my voice. No, because I was literally like,
I call that shit. He was ready to bust at the door, man.
No, for real. Like,
no, honestly,
that was on my upset list?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was literally thinking, hold on, who's my upsets for this week? And I literally...
Georgia was on there.
I called that. I was like, there's no way.
I'm looking.
There was no way. Okay, so Miles said, apparently he was stalking and texting, but he's still going to be the coach until something happens. Okay, so that's he
didn't get canned yet.
Correct.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Oh, yeah, DE. Yeah, basically. So that's going on with Florida's basketball head coach.
I know we're going to touch on it. I don't mean to get too off topic, but you were bringing up upsets. What happened? The Saints? Who had said something about they got the new coach, they got a little...
So,
I'm done, man.
Bo clogged the toilet. Bro clogged the toilet, and it was, yo, what? He clogged the toilet, and he said, you know what? His quote was crazy. I should have saved it. He said, I knew it was going to be a pretty bad day. My first day as a head coach.
He clogged the toilet.
Somebody clogged the toilet.
That team's got some aura points around him now. Head coach is clogging the toilet. They beat the Falcons.
There's no way bro was on the sideline. No way he did damage.
You see the Lions players? Yeah. Straight up just in the middle of rushing the dude bounces off the line. Just
oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. My fault. Oh shoot. Okay, Miles said upsets. It should have been the Broncos. You almost called that, and I was scared for my life because I was like,
that was the other one.
If you would have called that, I'm like, I was gonna say, Ronnie play the lottery.
I was gonna start putting money on.
Yo, that junk was crazy.
I know, and honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. They obviously should have won that game.
Right.
There might have been some voodoo magic going on. I don't know what happened. Right. But that's great. Like, after the script is working overtime. There's just no way to script that anymore.
100%. That was a game they were supposed to lose.
Crazy.
And then DE said, "Now here's a guy texting and stalking Florida. This Florida, that same old Florida.
Here's a guy."
Yeah, the script prevailed. Yeah, that is definitely Florida. And
it is.
So to get in, so I'll just get into the question of the day. Looks like everybody is piling in their votes. So, which of these teams will win the NFC or I don't want to say NFC East. NFC. I know there's more divisions, but every time I say NFC, East rolls off the top.
Just natural.
I'm sorry, but which one of these teams, in your opinion, will win the NFC? You got the Lions, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Vikings.
Oh, the NFC overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lions.
Yeah. So we got 60% right now, Lions, and then we have two teams tied at 20%, which is the Eagles and the Commanders.
Yes.
I'm gonna go non-bias, Lions.
Yeah.
I'm going non-bias. Lions.
You're winning a football game after throwing 5 picks.
Who in the hell? Who does that?
I couldn't tell you.
5 picks.
5 picks.
You know, anybody else would have been pulled after what, the third?
Yeah.
But it's Jared Goff.
Yeah, he has a pass because he's been perfectly fine for 3 years in a row. So I'll give him leeway. Everyone has a bad game. Right. He's had 3-4 interception games. Right. But yeah, they still won after that.
When do we address the Texans? I get it.
Conversations,
like
injuries, but not really injury. I think it's like an O-line combination. Mm-hmm. It's Nico Collins not being there. There's a couple factors, but CJ I thought was going to be the elevation guy,
right?
Where it wouldn't matter,
right?
I'm like,
and then we'll
not crazy about it.
We'll finally get into this Chicago blunder.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll finally get into the Chicago.
blunder. Yeah.
So DE said, "Now here's a guy, Miles. He loves this Jags, Florida. This Florida, that same old Jags." Oh man,
Mac Jones.
Oh God,
Mac Jones.
He was doing worse than I thought. Yo, Patriots Mac Jones over Jags.
You know what they tried to say, and you know what I even tried to say?
What?
He has no weapons. He has no one to throw to. He has plenty of options there.
And he threw it to the other team.
He's still throwing it to the other team. Seeing ghosts.
That is crazy. Oh, okay.
What a guy.
So real quick, let's get into these NCAA rankings real quick. And DE says, "Shout out to the Giants for losing to the Panthers in Germany. I'm sorry. In overtime."
That was me and Devin were watching it. I looked at him and I was so mad. I go, "Why the hell does this game have to go to overtime?"
And I was watching that too. I was like, "There's no way this game went
off the TV."
I'm just like, all right. So it started getting around noon. I was like, all right, cool. We got a little more game for us to go until like the 1 o'clock. Fumble on the first possession.
My God.
Fumble on the first possession, and then it was like 10. I think it was like 7 minutes left, and it said next possession wins. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yes, I was happy. Get this game over with.
Wow, that is hilarious. Yeah, you can't make that up.
No, script writers were in torture mode.
Oh my gosh, yo, that is funny. Okay, so for the updated college football, we still got Oregon at number 1. I'll just do top 10. So we still got Oregon at number 1, Ohio State at number 2. This is not the AP 25, by the way. Okay. This is just the college football playoff ranking.
Gotcha.
We still got Texas at number 3, Penn State at number 4, Indiana at number 5, which is odd because they're
undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strength of schedule. I don't think they've played great teams this year.
But. Got you. BYU is 6. Tennessee is number 7. Notre Dame is 8. Miami fell to 9th after the loss. And Bama is number 10.
Yeah. Not bad. Bama's still kicking. I'm glad Miami finally lost. No hate. I'm just.
I was a little bummed that they lost. I wanted this story to the
undefeated.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I get that.
I want it. DE said Notre Dame doesn't deserve to be in the top 12. That Northern Illinois loss, yeah, because then you got
yes, that is true.
Ole Miss at number 11, and then Georgia at number 12.
That much I agree with.
Damn. And then we got 2 more weeks. Well, I guess 3, because this week and then after 2 more. So we got 3 more weeks. Damn.
We're closing in.
Ah, man. I don't really want it to end, but sheesh. So let's talk about, all right, so Georgia losing to Ole Miss. Was that my I don't remember if that was I might have to start writing these
down. Because that wasn't like an upset, but like it wasn't an upset because Ole Miss is ranked. What were they ranked? 16. So like it's still an upset,
right?
But it was like it could have been crazier.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, crazy enough for them that they jumped on the.
Someone brought that up. They're like, it's not really a field storming opportunity when you're beating a team that's only ranked like 8 places higher.
Yeah,
but I mean, especially because Ole Miss they clean the week before, so they already had momentum. But if they're kids, if they want to do it, they can do it.
Honestly, I was trying to figure out how the hell did they get on the goalpost?
Oh yeah, that thing was like snapped in half.
Oh, what? What?
It was.
Was it a video?
I think if you look up the goalpost on there, you can see it's just someone panned the phone over and it was just like snapped in half. If there's enough weight, I mean, I guess if you put like 10 college kids on each side of the post and have them crawl over to the top, it'll probably bend.
Actually, you just reminded me of something scarred. Speaking of snapped in half, get well, Chad Kelly.
Oh, Chad Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw he got hurt. I didn't know he snapped. I didn't see the snap.
He was holding that junk.
All I saw was that he was hurt, but I didn't even.
No, bro, that joint, bro, it snapped. And bro was trying his best to hold it together. Like, literally hold his leg together. And everybody lost their shit. You don't even want to watch it.
Where's...
It was on... I saw it on NFL memes on the story. Yeah. So his shit snapped. It was so gruesome. It snapped. Bro was trying to literally hold that joint together. And as soon as... It was similar to the basketball player that we saw... first week where he rolled up underneath his leg.
The non-contact
one?
Yeah,
and then like his shit just snapped and everybody just turned away. Yeah, so it was basically like that. Yes. Yes. And then then he holding it together.
Trying to stand on it is diabolical.
Yeah, but trying to put that joint back in, not even put it back in place. Just make sure it don't go nowhere. Yeah, that was pretty gruesome. That was gruesome. Shout out to Gladiator too. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, yeah, that was pretty bad.
God.
Yeah, Woo! that was pretty bad.
Yeah, not good.
But I had that on my I guess upset list. But you're right, it wasn't more so upset.
Yeah.
But the upset, Georgia Tech beating
Miami.
That was an upset. Honestly, I was watching that game. The defense that Georgia Tech played, it just because they were talking about having that fourth quarter miracle, third quarter miracle by Miami. Nothing. It was a slow game.
And this Georgia Tech team, initially when they beat FSU, we thought they were going to be like really good because we thought FSU was good.
Right.
Clearly they weren't.
Right.
But yeah, they've had a good year this year.
Yeah.
They finally beat FSU after however many years, and now Miami. So.
Then the game by y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I stayed for the first. I tried to stay for the first quarter. I gave y'all the first quarter.
Shut that off.
I think when they went up, what was it? So, first quarter. pick.
The pick.
Then they scored. Then y'all got the ball back. I think it was a fumble or another pick.
I believe it was a fumble.
And then I think they kicked. No, hold on, 49. Oh, that was straight touchdown. All right, yeah. I think it was like 14-0. I turned it off. I was like, damn. Yeah. That's tough.
I don't mind watching my team when it's like a blowout, but I just knew what it was going to be. Yeah. I knew it wasn't even going to be close. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing about college football. NFL, you don't see those a lot. You don't see like pure blowouts, like 56-3.
Right.
But college football, you see a little bit more because if you got third stringers in or you got a shit college,
oh yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah. Right. D says, shout out to Ronnie Skechers looking ass shoes.
They're Vans. I used to wear Skechers to work like 2 years in a row. They were like $25 from Target, and
they're low key comfy. Yeah, I'm about to say they're low key comfy.
I used to get flamed for it all the time. I was like, I don't care, they're comfortable.
I think I used to wear them growing up before I switched into like Jordans and Nikes.
They really weren't like terrible shoes. I think by the time I got to like some age, I was like, nah, I'll switch to Nikes. But
I think that they just started looking like, when we actually looked at the shoe, it's like, this is not an appealing shoe.
No, yeah.
But it's like comfortable as shit.
I know, because I'd wear them like unironically if I was running outside or something. I'd be like,
it was a good outside shoe.
It was,
at the time. So it's just
like,
nothing
you could put a fit with.
Right. Fit shoe, right. But it's like who's paying attention to fashion back
that's true, yeah. I get it.
DE talking about some right.
Sure, yeah.
Then we had Indiana beat Michigan. I guess we're just gonna write off Michigan.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So shut her down.
So my mom was she texted me and she thinks that Michigan is gonna beat Ohio State.
Oh.
If that happens, then we might actually have.
Is Michigan's record on that? No, I don't think it is. They lost, I believe, 3 or 4.
Actually, hold on. Let me.
I want to say more than 2.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hold on, because I actually got it right here. I gotta scroll, but it's on the ticker. I played myself. Oh yeah, you might have to look that joint up.
Yeah, let me take a look.
All right, yeah. Anyways,
let's see.
As you do that,
Michigan.
Oh, Miles, if you hear, we can get into the FSU slander. What's up?
They're 5-5.
Good lord.
They lost a couple extras that we didn't pencil in.
Yeah.
They're bad. I thought it was a 3 or 4 line in 05.
Right. I mean,
call yourself Florida, I guess. I
mean, for first year head coach.
Yeah, with no more JJ McCarthy, Corum's gone.
Right.
Yeah, they had a lot of
decent, maybe. I don't know. Miles, if you still in here, you want to get into this bashing? Because 52-3. I know this is your segment of the show.
What, the Gators game?
Oh no, FSU.
Oh, FSU, yeah.
52-3. Yeah. So I'll give them some time, but I'll go on to the scores. Yeah, I just don't have a dog in a fight. They're just bad. Like, if this was a good team and they lost, then I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Honestly, that's how I felt about the Cowboys game. Because, we beat them by a lot, but it doesn't even feel
No, it's not satisfying. No.
I mean, it's nice that we won. Because we're keeping up with Washington, and thank God they lost.
Yeah. That was a lucky break.
Shout out to DE for beating the team that I needed to lose so we can take
now tomorrow's a big game.
Right. But other than that, I don't take any moral victory. I mean, it's just a W in the stat sheet.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, it's not a moral victory for me. Let's see. I think those were those were the notable games because I remember I was going through here last weekend. I was struggling to find a game. Okay. So for this week's game, we already got 3 games going on tonight. Let's see. So the notable ones, the big games, we got number 1 Oregon taking on Wisconsin. Then we got number 2 Ohio State going up against Northwestern. Number 3 Texas going up against Arkansas. Number 4 Penn State going up against Purdue. Then we got number 6 BYU going up against Kansas. Then I believe this will be a good game. We got number 7 Tennessee going up against number 12 Georgia.
Yeah, will be a good game.
Does Georgia?
I mean, because they're playing. I can see it.
Because they're playing for a bowl game at this point, correct? They are 7-2.
Yeah, they'll get a bowl game. They're playing more so for playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, because 7-2 definitely gets you like a bowl game somewhere.
Right.
They want to get to the college football playoffs. So
right.
A loss here would hurt them. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't
know. I think this might be a fourth quarter.
I think it is too. Yeah, this is definitely a close game.
It'll be decided in the fourth quarter.
It'll go the distance. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes.
I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'll go Georgia.
Are you gonna go Georgia? I can see it.
Something's telling me go in Georgia. I don't think that they lose another one. I think that they might not pull up an upset, but I think they'll beat number 7.
Get back in the win column. Yeah. That's usually like I've said that multiple times where I don't see them losing another one.
Right.
But you just never know. If they haven't been playing well, they didn't play well against Florida.
Right.
And play well last week. Right. So we'll see. But yeah, I would say Georgia's got a shot in it.
Well, because I remember last time they lost and then they came back out, I think like next weekend.
Went to town. Yeah. So they're bounced. Everyone has a bounce back game.
Right.
That's why I'm worried about the Rams this week against the Patriots. But anyway.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game too. Wow,
this has good momentum.
Wow,
that Stafford's gonna be mad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Then going on other notable games, we have LSU and Florida.
God.
Yeah, y'all.
What time is that? 3:30.
Yep, 3:30.
It'll be over by 3:45. I will. It is my civic duty to watch a little bit of the game, but it's not going to take up the rest of my Saturday afternoon.
Right.
No, it's not. Yeah,
that is. Maybe it can be competitive. Maybe. I mean, it's number 22.
I know it's not going to be as bad as the Texas game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all could at least
hopefully keep it at least interesting until halftime. I'd be grateful for that, but.
We'll see. And then we also have Philly going up against the Sixers. We are not going to break the streak. We may indeed break another leg.
Kelly Oubre is still going out.
And then I guess you got number 23 Missouri going up against number 21 South Carolina.
Not a bad game.
And then going through the rest for notable games, I believe those are it. Yeah, those are it as far as notable games. So we'll give it a couple more weeks, and then we'll see what the playoff bracket looks like, bowl games, and then we'll give our
start shaping up, and we'll get predictions in and everything like that. So,
all right, so. I know we were talking about basketball for a quick second. I'm going to need for you to elaborate as well as your Colt. So you stated earlier this is not the same Boston Celtics team. I know. Well, I'm sorry. The
Twitterverse stated that this is not the same Boston Celtics team. It was a small group, but I took it as they were being serious. It seemed like they were defending their stance, so I take that as serious.
Is there any validity? I mean,
no. I just think
it's just too early.
Hangovers exist after a championship. I don't expect them to. I mean, do they want them to be 82-0?
Right.
I don't see it. I mean, they were not in first place in that conference for the whole entire year last year either.
Correct.
And then the playoffs hit, and everything went to This is more so a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the regular season, keep everyone healthy. When the playoffs kick in, hopefully everyone's rested and march through.
That is a good point as well, because if you look at all the other teams in the East, to that point, y'all had everybody.
Yeah.
Then for the Cavs, Jared Allen went down.
Yeah. Mitchell was hurt at the end there.
Yeah. So
Jimmy
then
Butler got hurt. Giannis.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Julius Randle was out as well.
Yep.
And then got to the point where Jalen Brunson was on his last legs until he
Yep.
got injured.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers, they had Halliburton, and I would say they were the more so second healthiest team.
Yeah.
I think they were dealing with a few injuries, but not to the degree where you could see the fall off.
Yes, every game was close.
Right.
Obviously, they swept them, but every game was close up until that point.
Right.
But yeah, every team had injuries in the playoffs. Only one we really had was Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
And he was gone from the end of the first series till the beginning of the finals. So
right.
It didn't really hurt us too
And
bad.
then you saw the difference he made in the finals when he came back.
That game one when he went.
Yeah, when he
off
went. Yeah.
Every time he touched the ball, there was no point. Like, just let him shoot.
It was crazy. Yeah. So now we have. Honestly, I'm glad for the Cavaliers. I mean, obviously, because we're so many years post LeBron.
Yeah, the rebuild's over.
Right. So it's like this team is actually establishing itself as the most dominant team right now. Mm-hmm. Now, do I think it will continue? They're just like every other team. They may hit a slid.
I think this is a 4 or 5 seed.
You think they fall?
I think they fall a little bit. I don't think they fall too bad. I want to see if one of these, if Bucks, Philly teams actually picks up pace and tries to get back in the middle of the pack. But
I'll be real. So I don't see Philly getting out of this slump.
I don't. I mean, you're at 2-8. You're playing the Cavs tonight.
So actually, let me rephrase. If they get out of the slump right now and they just hit the ground running, they will at least contend for a play-in spot or maybe 8 or 6th, 7th, or 8th spot.
It's going to take a little bit for sure because it's like you're like I said, you're already 2-8. You have the Cavs tonight. Probably go 2-9.
Right.
You just have to put together a really couple solid stretches down the season just to keep. If you want to be middle of the pack, if you don't want to be a playing team, you really got to kick it into gear. But
and I think that I may just give the East a lot of leeway because besides you guys, you have third place the Magic at 6-6.
Yeah.
Then you have the Knicks at 4th place at 5-5.
Yeah.
Indy is 5-5 at the 5th spot. Brooklyn is 5-6. Then you got the Pistons at 5-7, and then you got the Hawks at 5-7, and that's your top 8.
Yeah, and then the Heat are 9th? I think they're 4-6.
4-6. Chicago is 4-7. Hornets are 4-7. The Bucks are 3-8. Wizards are 2-7, and Philly is 2-8.
Boston really has lucked out because this is the weakest the East has been in a while.
Literally,
no, it is.
So I think New York's fall off is it. I'm also frustrated for this team because they literally had a good thing going and then they just traded away.
Yeah.
So I'll be real. I don't think this team will recover.
They went to add, but they really subtracted at the end of the day.
Correct.
And it really flustered. I just didn't make sense to me.
Correct.
But
I think it'll just give them just maybe next year they'll adjust.
Yeah.
Because you know how trades.
It could. Yeah, they could finally click into it next year.
Right.
I think they wanted a win now kind of thing, but it's not going to happen.
Right. So honestly, let me take that back. I think Philly and Milwaukee could recover, but at what point in time do you blow up the Bucks?
Yeah.
And again, I don't think this team needs to be blown up. I just think that the head coach needs
to go.
Yeah. But they signed him to a lucrative deal, long-term deal, so he's not going to go. So unfortunately, you're going to have to blow this team up.
Yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately.
And you have to get rid of Giannis before Giannis just decides to walk out the door. Like you gotta trade him because if you get nothing for him, you're screwed. So.
It sucks too because this team was just competitive like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
I mean, and I understand it too because they traded away their best asset in Drew Holiday, and then the team did take a step back. No disrespect to Dame, and then you lose the first round, and then you haven't recovered.
Now I mean, like I said, they got the championship out of it, so they bought themselves 5-10 years, but still, yeah, they really fell off.
Well, honestly, this will definitely be this division is I'm sorry, this conference is wide open, but I think right now it's really just Boston and Cleveland just running away with this one.
Absolutely.
But going over to the more competitive conference, we have Phoenix, OKC, and Golden State tied for first place at 9-2.
It's crazy.
They're all tied. I know. Tied. I was watching that game last night between the Warriors and the Mavericks. That was a very close game. Went down to the wire.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson was going off, but classic Curry ruining his welcome back moment.
Klay brought that up too. He was like, "It sucks being on the other end of that."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now he knows how we all feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now he knows how we all feel.
Yeah. Steph's still doing it.
Right. We're all rooting for them to lose and
dealing with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you know how it feels.
Exactly.
Then right after that, you have the Nuggets at 7-3 at the 4 spot. Apparently, Russ has been holding it down over there.
Has he really? Oh, they were just calling for his head like 2 weeks ago.
I just think that I genuinely think that the Lakers just ruined his career.
I think so. Whatever little bit of shimmer he had left, I think they took it away.
Yeah, they just it's bad. And surprisingly, your man Ime got the Rockets at the 5th spot right now.
A good coach.
7-4.
A good coach. I will never take that away from him. I'm happy to have Joe over him, but
right.
It's a good coach.
And then surprisingly, we got the Grizz at 7-4.
Yeah, they're hanging in there.
And then right below them, I know Miles about to have a fit. You got LA right underneath the Grizz at 6-4. And then the Clippers are starting to come back out of
I don't know how.
So right now, my fault. You got 3 teams. You got the Clips, Timbs, and the Kings all tied for the 8th spot at 6-5.
Battle of mid.
Yeah. And then you got Dallas and San Antonio at 5-6. And then you got Portland 4-8. Pelicans we got on TV right now. They're 3-8. And Jazz at 2-8. So lastly, before we move on, only thing I gotta say is Zion
out indefinitely. Yeah.
With the same injury.
What could have been?
So if I'm New Orleans, am I what are we doing?
Try to get whatever value you can get out of him. I would just be so done at this point.
I would have probably moved him like 2 seasons ago. Yeah. After I would have moved him when he said that he couldn't get his health under control.
Yeah.
That I would have what they did to who was it? And I know it was your man's. What they I'm sorry, I gotta say it. What they did to IT, I would have did right to Zion. I'm sorry.
I mean,
as soon as bro said, I can't get my health under control because of my eating habits, I would have had a package deal
out.
What?
Out.
I would have had that joint as soon as I would have heard that.
His value was probably higher than what it is now, which is even crazy to say because that's a crazy statement. But yes,
I know, I agree. Yeah. I would have had that joint out forever ago. I would have moved BI. Yeah. At this point.
Oh, yes.
I would have got McCollum. out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I would have got higher drafts. I would have had a 3-team trade proposed by myself.
Ship him out
as soon as he said that he didn't have his health under control.
Yeah.
I get it. He's an athletic freak, but it's just the pure ignorance that upsets me to the point where he didn't bother to get his own health under control. This is not a team thing. This is not a trainer thing. When I say trainer, I'm not talking about as far as the Miami Dolphins training staff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this is solely him not getting himself into the game shape.
So simple. I mean, just it's ignorance. It really is just it's ignorant. I mean, you had the opportunity to be really whatever you wanted. You could have called his own shots with the way he came out of college and nothing. All the people that bought his sports cards that were worth thousands of dollars.
Right.
All the commercials he started getting, the Gatorade, all that stuff. And then just to throw it away because you can't get your eating habits under control
right.
is BS. I don't buy it.
Right.
I don't buy it.
And then I'm not even going to bring up all the other stuff that unfortunately was pinned to his name.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if it does, I can understand it with your off-season habits, but that has nothing to do.
That's a separate entity.
That has nothing to do with him coming in every day to work.
Yeah.
And then figuring out how he can be in the best shape.
Correct. Absolutely.
So, to me, if I'm them, you got to get him out of there.
It's awful.
Yeah. But we're going to move on. Thank y'all for still tuning in and chilling with us. We are going to switch over to some NFL. Let's see, NFL Week 10. Oh, why am I in caps? NFL Week 10. All right, so we're going to do picks. Oh, I'm sorry, picks. We'll do scores. And then, so we'll do our week 10 scores, and then we'll do our week 11 picks.
Before we get into football, don't know if you saw it. Did you see the Kyle Singler stuff? Does that name ring a bell?
A little bit.
He played for Duke in like 2012 and then was with the Pistons and the Thunder. But if anyone's watching this that has seen the Kyle Singler video, it's very sad. It's just like mentally, like he went off the deep end. I don't know if it's drugs or if it's like he has bipolar or something, but he was like in this like house. It looked like a nice house, but he was like, I've been living in this house and my parents are trying to take it from me and my brother won't do this and the government's and this and all that. So like crazy stuff, like just rambling and just not making sense at all. So hopefully he gets the help he needs because it's sad. And I know Kevin Love, I think, was close with him, so he put out a statement too saying that someone needs to get him help because he wouldn't be where he was at today or whatever like that. So,
right.
But yeah, it's bad. You could just watch it later. But
wow,
yeah,
was that the thing that Kevin posted on his
Was it Instagram?
Yeah, like something. Yeah. Was that like younger version of him flipping a bird or something, or was that Kyle Singler?
That might have been Kyle Singler. Was that on Instagram? You said? Yeah, because I think I saw the one on. Hold on. Kevin Love. Hold on. No, who is that? That's Nikola Jovic.
Oh, okay.
He did post something about Kyle Singler.
No, that's all I thought, but for some reason I also thought that was a younger version of him.
Oh.
Okay, so this is weird. They got OKC and the Pels on ESPN, but I think this is a non. Okay, never mind. I was about to say they should have had this on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was like, maybe that wasn't as much of a competitive game. I don't know. Bro, look at the Mario hats.
That's just stupid.
That is crazy. Well, we definitely our condolences here, and I definitely hope that he gets the help that he needs. I did not hear a single thing about that.
Yeah. Let me see. I think the video. I think he posted the video yesterday. Kyle Singler did.
Mm-hmm. So Miles said that he heard about it too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
One of my not like an all-time favorite, but like he had his run with Duke. I think it was the 2010 or 2011 NCAA tournament. Absolutely nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up going into the league. But it's just sad, man. I mean, that's what he. I mean, you can kind of see he's like not all there. But yeah, it was just pretty much him staying in the house, just rambling. Sad.
It is sad. Okay. All right. So whenever you are ready.
Yeah, let's pull it up here.
All right. So I'll definitely go back and forth between the chat as well. Okay. So for our week 10 picks, man, about these upsets.
Yeah, Ravens were good.
Yeah, by 1 point.
By 1 point.
Thursday night, Ravens Bengals. Why didn't they just kick the field goal?
Couldn't tell you.
I genuinely I'm just baffled by a lot of there was no reason, under no circumstance, in my opinion, should you just go for two when you could just kick the field goal.
Oh, I agree.
Because in my head, I'm like, do you just not? Well, first of all, do you not trust your kicker?
Yeah, yeah.
Two, do you not trust that you're gonna get the ball back in OT?
That's another thing too. I mean, I don't know what the thought process is with some of that, but they're trying to think over strategize with it. It just didn't need to be done.
And I understood too, but I'm like, why is it? It's so difficult to see decisions like this, and then they're wondering why the average viewer cannot watch football. Yeah. Now, this was a great game.
It was a very good game.
A great game by the.
Entertainment purposes, yes, absolutely.
I'll have to throw this up there with one of the best games so far because I genuinely feel as if I haven't seen a lot of great games.
High scoring. Burrow had 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Jamar Chase
had 3 touchdowns?
I think Jamar had 3. Yeah, I think he had 3.
Yeah, he was 11, 12.
The dude I was playing in the fantasy league I'm in, Jamar Chase.
He won
61 points or something like that. My probability to win dropped by 30 points just in that day. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, because he had 290 yards.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he had 3 tutties.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I genuinely I get upset that I forgot to mention Chet Holmgren is out for 6 to 10 weeks.
I did see that.
Okay, so a little disclaimer going back to football.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the thought process behind these coaches when you literally have the dub right there.
Sometimes they think, they overthink it because they're going to get scrutinized sometimes either way. It kind of goes back with it's not exactly the same thing, but you should have gone for 2. You should have known you were going to go into overtime and lose. But if they go for 2 and don't make it, it's why'd you just go to overtime?
Right.
So I get that point.
I sort of feel like a lot of the analytical dudes, they just talk so much to the point where it's just it really affects the game. But none of this would have happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The obvious thing would have just been to take the field goal.
The probability BS. It's anything can happen at any given time.
Right.
So go with your gut before you go with any analytical stats.
But if we're talking about numbers, you have a 50-50 chance of getting the ball at overtime than you do going for trying to do the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
So if I'm a numbers guy, I'm just going to kick the field goal, take my chances off of a coin toss,
and just hopefully make it roll. Yeah.
And have my defense stop the ball. God forbid they even get the ball first.
That's a good point. I mean, it's the same thing with the Chiefs and the Bucks Monday night? The second that the Chiefs got the coin flip go their way, Baker put his hands on his head and was like, "Oh God!"
He already knew.
He already knew.
He's not getting the ball back.
Yeah, it's just a lose situation.
He already knew.
Yeah.
And maybe that was in the back of their mind, but I'm still taking that chance of going to OT and giving my team a chance to win.
Yeah, and like I said, if they would have made it, we would have been like, "Damn, that was ballsy."
Right.
Good for them, but it's just always hindsight's 20/20. But he thought it was the right idea.
All I'm saying is, as soon as I saw him line up, I said, "Just kick the field goal."
Yeah.
Don't
get cocky.
As soon as the play broke down, I'm like,
"There you go."
I mean, well, that's why I'm sitting here.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean,
because if they listen to me, Lord knows what the hell they would have.
We don't know what we'd be running. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, next game, we got the Giants and the Panthers. The Germany game that got them an OT dub. And we both went with the... hold on, you want me?
No, with the Giants.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, I went with the Giants.
I went with the Giants, too.
I didn't see any way this was going the Panthers' way, but it did.
So now Daniel Jones is talking about getting benched.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, really, for like Drew Lock, it's not much better, but
I I
it's the
sort of
principle of it, I guess.
I just feel like this is definitely a I told you so moment.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm just sort of laughing at this
This
organization.
team needs a quarterback so bad, and they didn't even tank right because there were three quarterbacks that went 1, 2, 3, and then they had the fourth pick.
Right,
They couldn't even tank right.
right. They got a wide receiver.
Yeah, didn't get Drake May, didn't get Jaden Daniels. Imagine them with Jaden Daniels right
Oh,
now.
100%.
Oh, screw Malik Neighbors, is a great wide receiver.
Right.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. Oh, we paid Daniel Jones. He's our quarterback.
That team, if they would have re-signed Saquon and then drafted Jaden Daniels, if they would have traded up, oh my
God. Oh, 100%. Washington?
We
wouldn't even be talking about Washington.
Even think about him.
we wouldn't even be talking about Washington right now. Yeah. We would not be talking about Washington. But hey, nasty. That's exactly what they wanted. Yeah. So you reap what you sow. Then I swore I should have picked the Patriots for this one.
Yeah, but remember I said every time I go for them, it doesn't work out, so I went against them. But
the one time you went against them, 19-3.
9 sacks on Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
this team is a mess.
We'll talk. We'll go back and talk about it. But for that one, I picked the Bears and the Patriots.
I did too. I picked the Bears. Yeah.
So then we have the 49ers and Buccaneers. This was a very close one, but the 49ers.
This was very close. It's going to go either way. But yeah, I took the 49ers. Yeah.
Then we have the Chiefs and Broncos. You called for the Broncos to be the spoiler.
I did.
Almost did.
I did. Yeah,
but
close.
The script activated and the Chiefs won. So I'm going with
what? How much did they win by? Was it
just 2 points?
Just 2 points, yeah. Because that field goal would have won it. Yeah,
just 2 points. Then we had the Bills versus the Colts.
Took the Bills.
Took the Bills too.
And then the dysfunction continues in Indy.
So why is it every time we hype up a quarterback? So we did the same thing with Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Then that just
fizzled. Yeah.
We over here talking so much about Joe Flacco.
And he's showing his age. I don't think that dude's ever touching the field again.
To the point where now Anthony Richardson is now starting.
After he doubled back on those comments, I believe on Monday, and said that Flacco's still our starter. And then they're like, actually,
oh my god!
What's the best way to ruin a rookie or a second-year quarterback? How about we mess with his mental by benching him and starting him? But
so they just totally forgot what Zach Wilson went through.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man!
Great way to do that.
Again, this is the issue with the NFL.
Yeah. So
then we also have the Steelers and the Commanders. I believe you went with.
I went with the Commanders. You went with the Steelers, didn't you? That's what I thought.
Yeah, this was definitely the game we expected it to be. Very close, very defensive. It was. What was it? It was a fumble, or I think it was a call or fumble that changed the tide of this game. I do not remember.
Did not pay much attention to this one.
And
it was a decent game to watch too, which I was kind of mad about.
But. Well, I had 2 other games up, so I had the Bills and Colts, and then I had another game up. I think I had the 49ers and Bucks. So yeah, I was like simulcast
everywhere. I know.
So yeah, I was trying to pay attention to 3 games. So I know I missed like a lot of key stuff. I just know it was like tit for tat, was back and forth. I know Commanders were up like by 2 points at the half, and then other games were going on. So
yeah,
I definitely missed that one. Let's see. Miles says Sean have that multi-view on his TV on Sundays. So funny enough, I know you can't see behind the layout. So I'll have one game on the TV. Right behind you is my other monitor. So I have that going on. And then my work monitor, I will connect this laptop to the work monitor. And then I will actually have 2 more games. I have one game on the laptop, and I'll have another one on the monitor at the same time. So I'll have like simulcast. And then sometimes if I want to just overkill it, I'll pull up YouTube TV on my console, and I'll have like 5 games rolling. 4 or 5 games rolling. That's if I just want to overkill. But yeah, I got that I got that. What is it? Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
Best
display,
Buy.
yeah.
Yeah, TV going on when people just literally go in there just to watch football.
Everything, yeah.
So next game, we also have the Vikings and the Jaguars. Wow, this game.
This game was a stinker.
Yes.
By both teams. And somehow Darnold threw more picks than Mac Jones.
And he still won.
Still won.
That is embarrassing.
Sam Darnold's getting worse and worse by the week.
I know.
It's tragic to watch.
We were just hyping him up too.
Yeah.
I think we might have to stop doing that as a collective on this show. I think
know.
We gotta stop.
People shouldn't talk about quarterbacks.
Yeah. I think we got to stop talking about them because every time we.
But see, we don't hype up Mac Jones and he just sucks no matter what.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He can't help it.
Yeah, well, he actually got his just dues. I think he got his just dues.
What do you mean as far as
slander?
Oh, slander! Oh yeah, no, he's been slandered enough. Yeah, I won't go in on him anymore.
So Miles says so. Basically, that man had the Best Buy set up and got all during Black Friday, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also said, "Screw the Jags. Mac Jones about to finish the season."
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, because your boy T-Law is tired.
He's not interested in dealing with that shit anymore. So he's gonna let McCorkle get slaughtered out there.
So Dougie P is on his way out.
Yeah.
T-Law might be on his way out. And that team is just...
The Jags are on their way out to London.
Oh, 100%.
Leave them there.
Wow.
Honestly, sorry, Miles, but I don't know.
No, he's been saying that.
No.
When he had his roasting session.
They should take... I don't know, they can take a team from somewhere else
and put it over there.
And give you guys the Panthers and just start forever.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Jags are tarnished. You can't.
Jeez. Miles said, Dougie P, we appreciate you, and the Jags can go to Russia for all I care. My god.
Oh man.
Oh shoot. So then we had the toilet clogging. I can't make it talk. I can't.
Toilet gate.
Oh my god. So we have the toilet game between the Saints and the Falcons. I picked the Falcons. We both picked the Falcons?
No, I picked the Saints.
Oh my god.
I said new coach. I said Dennis Allen was the problem. They're going to play well this game.
He did say that.
This was my upset.
I didn't think he just clogged the toilet.
Where's that quote again?
Bro was so...
He was stressed.
Why did he keep that to himself? Oh my god. That's just funny. Oh my gosh. Miles said he about to be a Raiders fan. Bro, chill.
Oh my god.
You just went from worse to even worse.
This dude said, I'm like, this is going to be a crappy day.
That's what it was.
What a...
That's what it was.
I was trying to remember exactly. Yeah, there was like, and then he said pun intended. Oh man, they're never going to lose another game.
Oh my god.
He let the intrusive thoughts take over.
That is insane, bro.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Then next game we had the Titans and the Chargers. One with the Chargers.
I did too. Yes.
Then the Jets and Cardinals.
Cardinals. You went with the Cardinals?
Yep.
Yeah. And not only did the Cardinals, they won. They won
by a lot.
A lot.
6-31.
And then what did Devontae Adams say before he said? There's a run the table kind of vibe in this locker room.
Yeah. I'm like,
run what kind of table? Like the unemployment one, or?
I'm like, bro, you advocated.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro.
What is he like? Is he talking about the Cabo vacation they're going to be taking about like 2 months from now? I don't know.
All I was thinking, I was like, he could either go to play with Derek Carr again,
yeah,
or he could just go play with Aaron Rodgers. I think he should have just went to a different team.
I think he should have just not got traded.
I'm like, did he really think that he was going to put this team over the top?
Well, then they asked Aaron Rodgers today if he was going to come back next year, and he said, I think so. No. Well, I hope he does actually, because I want them to keep like
stinking it up.
Yeah. I hope he does. Come on back.
Keep stinking it up.
Yeah. A 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers can't even play. He didn't even play well when he was 38 or 39. He's gotten progressively worse. Not every quarterback can keep it up. So
Miles said it's either that or a Bears fan after they got rid of Pookie Paint My Nails Williams. That's for you, DE. Oh my gosh. Bro, don't go to that team. Why you keep picking all the bad teams? You have some respect for yourself.
I like how they were talking about like Caleb Williams. They were trying to pin it on the O-line and they were trying to pin it on the coaches, but he was missing open receivers.
Yeah.
He was missing checkdowns.
Yeah.
He was overthrowing.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, it was crazy, but
so to finish off the last 3 games, we had Eagles, Cowboys. Obviously, went with the Eagles.
Eagles.
We had Lions, Texans. I went with them Lions.
I went with the Lions.
And then we had Dolphins, Rams, and I went with the Rams.
You did?
Yes.
Damn. I went with the Dolphins, yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way. Bro got both his quarterback or wide receivers. There's no way he could lose, right? And then he lost.
I never even thought of it that way. But
yeah.
I'm glad I went with the Dolphins. So
yeah.
Clear that out.
So real quick, we are going to go through our Week 11 picks, starting with tomorrow's game. And we're going to speed run this, and then we are going to get back to the action. So we have Commanders, Eagles tomorrow, 8:15. Obviously, I'm going with the home team, Philly.
Let's see here. I'll pull this up.
I will not be.
Okay, what's it's Phillies Commanders.
Yep. 8:15 at in Philadelphia.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders. So very sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. So apparently DJ Lagway practices for a 3rd straight day, hopes to play versus LSU.
Woo.
So then we have Sunday's games, then we have the Raiders Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, yep.
I will not be surprised if Raiders. Yo, can I spell Dolphins? Thank you. Oh, I kept spelling that junk with an F.
Dolphins.
Then we got the Browns and the Saints.
That's an interesting one.
What a crazy pun.
That's an interesting one.
What a crazy pun. Will the coach
will he drop a Brown? Who knows? Who knows?
We're gonna you know what? I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns.
So this will be an interesting one. We have the Colts versus the Jets. I'm going with the Colts.
I'm gonna take the Jets in this one. Too much back and forth. They're cooked.
I mean, both these teams are cooked.
I know, that's true.
Then we have the Vikings versus the Titans. I'm going with the Vikings.
Yes, for sure.
Then we have the Packers versus the Bears. I'm going with the Packers.
I'm going to take the Packers, yep.
Then we have the Jags versus the Lions. I'm going with the Lions.
Absolutely. Good luck, Mac Jones. Oh, my God.
Yeah, bro.
Wait till Brian Branch comes off of a safety blitz and just kill...
It's gonna be old New England, Mac Jones throwing it.
He makes that stupid face, man.
Bro really hates getting hit.
And then his mechanics just forget too. It's like his arm folds up on him, and he's like, I don't know.
I'm like, dog, why'd you want to be a quarterback if you don't want to get hit? Come on, man.
And he's been with 2 teams with battle lines.
Come on, bro. Oh, he's so scarred.
Yeah,
Bro is scarred.
Patriots probably did ruin him.
Oh, 100%.
He's also just not that great.
Yeah. Then we have your game, the Rams and Patriots.
This one is lock of the week Rams because they're coming off a loss.
I'll go with the Rams again.
This one I will actually, I'll lock it.
But if the Rams lose again, I'm gonna stop going with the Rams.
Yes, yeah.
Then we have this might be game of the week. We have the Ravens versus the Steelers.
Give me the Steelers.
Actually, I feel like there's no wrong answer. I did type Steelers, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll take the Steelers. I think I don't know. Ravens are coming off a good win, highly contested.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers are playing well right now, so we'll see. But
then we have Seahawks 49ers. I'm going with the Niners.
49ers, yeah. No more Seahawks on this thing.
Yeah.
Not doing that anymore.
Yeah, they just came off a bye week, too.
Yeah.
Then, actually, this will be an interesting game. Falcons-Broncos.
Oof. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going with them Dirty Birds.
Yeah. Coming off a Saints loss?
Yeah. Then we have the Chiefs-Bills.
Oh.
Obviously, I'm going to roll with the Bills. I can already tell this is going to be a robbery game.
There's going to be BS involved.
Yeah. Or for some reason, Allen cannot just do anything. Well, actually, I think he will still be without Amari Cooper, and Coleman.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, Curtis Samuel stepped up this past week versus the Colts, and that defense stepped up as well.
Yeah, but
against Pat Mahomes
they've been making it work without Amari Cooper all year, but I am going to go with the Bills because I want them to, and just because I want to manifest it. But
right,
I don't know. I think you're right. There's going to be something funky.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's always something around these games where it just does not work in Allen's favor.
Nope.
But then it's also against Chiefs and Bengals too, to where something always just robs Joe Burrow.
Yeah, there are always close games. There's always a lot of tension.
Yeah. But I'm actually going to give them a freebie this time. So we got the Bengals and Chargers as our Sunday night game. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
This is a good game. I'll take the Bengals as well.
I think it's going to be, I'll be real, I think it'll be mid towards the fourth quarter. It will be close. It's not going to be one-sided.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it should be competitive. It's not going to be anything crazy, but I'll take the Bengals as well.
And our Monday night Snores Fest. It's two Texas teams.
Dallas and
Texans. And this is at home for the Cowboys.
Texans for sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's not going to be a good not a good game.
Yeah. I honestly wish they would flex. I think they should flex the Chiefs Bills to Sunday. And flex the Ravens Steelers to Monday. Give this.
I know, isn't that crazy? Those two games are like premium games, and they're not in prime time.
Yeah, they're both 4. Or Steelers is 1:00. Chiefs Bills is 4.
I think they just wanted a good game in the 4 slot because that doesn't. You knew that was going to be a good matchup coming into the season, so I don't know why you wouldn't have put that higher.
So now we got two.
The Steelers Ravens one, I could see them not being sure about, but yeah, the Bengals Ravens, like I don't know.
I mean, that seems more appealing than Bengals Chargers.
I would have flipped those games, yes, for sure. There's really not a lot of high stakes in that game, but the Steelers game there is.
I mean, because last time the Bengals had a Sunday night spot, it was literally against the Giants, and they barely won.
Yeah.
So. All right, and that is our Week 11 picks. So let me scroll back over here. All right. So reviewing the games, doing a quick recap. So we have the Germany game between the Giants and the Panthers. So the Panthers have won 2 straight. They are now 3-7, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to pose this question. So I don't even know where to start because it's more incompetence on the Giants for not addressing what they needed. I think Malik was injured again during that game.
I believe he was as well. Yeah.
And then the Panthers are literally just like they're looking like they won a Super Bowl every week.
I know. Back-to-back victory formations for Bryce Young.
You know.
Or not, he wasn't a victory formation this week, but yeah, they look amazing. I don't know what it is.
So now both teams have a bye.
Now let me preference this because I realized I just said this and I zoned out for a second because I'm looking at the scores. I said they look amazing. They don't necessarily look amazing. Bryce Young doesn't look like all pro, but they're winning games. He's keeping them in the games. He's not turning the ball over as much, so he's doing what he needs to. But I was just looking at the standings real quick.
Yeah, I think they're tied for. Actually, let me do the same as well so I can have it on
Yeah,
my
Carolina, New
end.
Orleans, both 3-7.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa's 4-6. They have definitely hit the skid. And Atlanta is 6-4. Arizona still got the one spot in the West.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that was going to be one of my questions for the day. Who ends up winning that division
For the South or the West?
for the West for
Oh, okay.
NFC?
I don't know. I mean, it just depends. It depends on if McCaffrey holds up down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He had 101 total yards coming back.
yeah,
So
it looks like he will, but um, it's crazy that the AFC East just has three mid teams and then the Bills.
mm-hmm.
Never thought.
Especially in that division.
Yeah,
Because
and I hate to jump, but if they would have started Drake May earlier, I feel like we would not be in the bottom of this division.
right.
Like it's a 5 or 6 win team. But
I mean, y'all probably would have been ahead of the Jets at least.
oh, for sure. And then there was that game that we lost to Tyler Huntley
Mm-hmm.
by like 3 points. That was definitely a winnable game with Drake May. So
Right.
I mean, it is what it is.
So the future of this team. So what are we doing next season? Are we finally getting rid of Daniel Jones?
Yeah, it's time. I mean, I don't know if you want to draft a quarterback, keep him on the roster,
You'd have to,
and then let Daniel Jones start until you think the quarterback's ready.
I mean,
I don't know.
I would have to move off of him entirely. There's no no one looks as if they where's the development? There's no development. You let Daniel Jones go out there. Mm-hmm. He barely got you to the playoffs, so then you felt the need to pay him. Then he was injured. Now he's stinking it up. I get it. It's his first full season back since his injury. But he's doing a lot of things out there, and I literally called him out on one game. I forgot who he went against. He had all the right reads, but because he is not that type of quarterback to get the ball on time when it needs to be, that's when I'm like, okay, get another quarterback.
He's definitely regressed. I'm not saying he was ever great, but he's regressed, and it's like you're so far into him now. Like this is just the quarterback he is. He's a backup. I mean, they'll cut him. Someone will sign him for probably like a minimum. He's an okay backup to have because he's at least experienced. But yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah,
it's over.
I would say he's more of a bona fide backup quarterback who's starting.
Yeah.
So I would draft. Honestly, I would probably go as far as to say is get rid of everybody in that office who thought giving Saquon away was a good idea.
Yeah.
And then
I wouldn't trust them to draft a quarterback. I mean, they still haven't. Mm-mm. They haven't really drafted well at all besides Saquon. He was great. Malik has been fine, but yeah, I don't. I would blow it up. I wouldn't blow up the team because you have like Dexter Lawrence is there, Brian Burns is there.
They're thinking about trading him too.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the last thing I would do, but
I mean, at that point, you might as well just give away all your talent.
I don't know. It's like you have a wide receiver one. You have Andrew Thomas on the line. He's a good old lineman, left tackle. Yeah, you have Dexter Lawrence. So there are names and like decent pieces there. So like bring in a quarterback, sign a couple of veterans in the offseason, and I feel like you're like able to cook with something.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even know who their tight end is.
I don't either. Maybe let's get us a tight end in there too. Throw in a tight end.
I don't know who their tight end is. I would be real. It literally just hit me when you were talking because you were like, oh, they got some people. I was like, I don't even know their tight end. I don't know their tight end.
Did I see his face in Madden? I definitely did, but I don't remember his name.
I don't even know who this person is. I just know that they have a tight end and he plays for the Giants. I don't know who it is. This team is bad. So bad that they got almost NPCs. They got Madden created characters on there. I don't even know their name.
What's his name?
Even if you tell me his name, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's who that is.
No, there's no way.
There's no way. There is no way. I don't even know who. I don't.
Okay, so Daniel Bellinger, I've heard that name, but it says he's the third string tight end. It says their starting tight end's name is Theo Johnson. I don't know who that is. I really just don't.
After Darren Waller,
he doesn't. He looks like a creative player. I don't see it.
Yes, Phil.
Yeah, Bellinger. I've heard that name rings a bell, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. After Darren Waller retired, I totally forgot they had tight ends.
Oh my god!
And they didn't even really put that there. So all around, this team needs help. On the defensive end, it's like they have a very good defense, but they're wasting their talent.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, at that point, you might as well just trade them.
Yep.
At that point, I mean, they already just crossed the line when they traded Saquon.
Just tying yourself up with Daniel Jones and then like looking back on this offseason and realizing you could have got a quarterback in the draft. You could have also, had you not given all the money to Daniel Jones, given it to Kirk Cousins, did it that way, you would have been in a much better spot.
Correct.
But you didn't do that either because you were stuck with Daniel Jones. So
correct.
Yeah, they did it to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to feel bad for teams' front offices when they just do it to themselves.
Nope.
Like, okay.
And then that's basically what we're looking at right now with the Dallas Cowboys and the whole arena situation.
Yeah.
CD said he couldn't see. What was bro's response? Oh, why don't we just tear down the stadium and build another one?
Ignorant.
Yeah.
He couldn't see. I mean, to be fair, that was bad. It was like a direct shot, but
it was literally right in the sun.
Yeah, that also.
He had his visor on too.
A little bit of slack to everyone involved. That's also like a 1 in a million angle for the sun, an angle for the ball to be. Everything has to line up perfectly for the sun to be that blinding.
Agreed.
So it's not like, I'm sure, a common problem that they deal with every game. But
Agreed.
like, if that was like a shot to go to the playoffs, whose fault is that? It's like,
owners.
It's the owner's fault. So
owners.
They need to compensate for that stuff when they're building the stadium.
Yeah.
For sun glare and everying. But
that was just. Well, he got his flex, and his flex came back, and
yeah.
Yeah. So the next game, we got your game. We got the Patriots and the Bears.
What do you say? I mean, impressive.
So
it's bad. The Bears seems bad, but
if anything, this proves that this was never Mitch Trubisky's fault. This was never Justin Fields' fault, and it's not going to be Caleb Williams' fault.
No.
You got rid of your OC this morning. Now, DJ Moore was actually upset about that. He didn't want him to go.
Didn't see that. Okay.
Keenan Allen, he said he made some comments about, like, I guess he threw him some shade, but DJ Moore was frustrated, but not to the point where he wanted him out.
Yeah.
He was just frustrated that things, like, there was no creativity with the offense. But
and I can see that. I
mean, right.
You guys you have a lot of playmakers. You should be able to draw out more things than what they did.
Right. So now, to me, you have a rookie quarterback who's coming in, and you're, I would say in a way, stifling his growth because you're not really putting him in a best way to succeed.
Yeah.
With utilizing all his weapons, him making his read. And he couldn't even. I mean, no disrespect to you guys. It's not like you guys have like a crazy front four.
No, and that's any human being would tell you that on the
right.
planet.
But to the point to get that many sacks,
9 sacks is not
in a game. And
there's no Uche's gone.
Right.
Judon's not there anymore. Barmore's not even there. He's hurt. Or well, he's sick, injured, but yeah, hurt. So I'm like, you don't really have anyone intimidating on that front four. So
correct.
How did you get that many sacks?
And that is. After that game, that's 15 sacks in 3 games.
Yeah.
No touchdowns.
That is like the most inexcusable stat line I've ever seen.
Right.
And this is a team that I told earlier, I said, it looked like he was catching on. Like, I think it was a 3 or 4 touchdown game. And they were kind of clicking DJ Moore, and then Keenan Allen made that video, it's Chicago.
Yeah.
And they kept, and all that stuff. So I'm like, it's kind of coming together, but now it's just going progressively worse.
And I remember I asked the question, or I think you said something. I was just like, it's too early to tell.
Yeah, because I asked you, I was like, okay, like, is this?
Yeah.
I think I said was the draft order with the quarterbacks correct or something, and you were like, it's too early to tell. And
right.
Clearly, it was because it looked like he was catching on.
Right.
Now it just projectively got worse.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I almost joined the bandwagon too.
Yeah.
I almost got on board. I
started
like,
feeling
cool.
that. I'm like, this dude's good.
But I was just like, you know what? I got to start. Like, I know it's the first season. Got to get him. Like I think I said around like a 10 game
Yeah.
Minimum towards like the beginning of the season is where I was going to start like evaluating.
To really gauge where they're at.
Right.
But now I think we're more confused than ever because like he's gone backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, the Patriots are not that good of a team to make them look like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, they beat them, so. I don't know. They got some stuff to work out in Chicago.
Right. Yeah, I think they just got to get rid of. Honestly, they got to get rid of the decision makers.
Yeah.
Like it's bad that they have all this talent and they do not bring in the proper coaches.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
But I also get it at the same time. Who wants to coach this organization?
I know. Yeah. I honestly, I think you have to fire Eberflus because if you look at the front office, you got to give Ryan Poles, their GM, some credit because he did bring in everyone and he did it strategically and smart.
Correct.
He got DJ Moore when they traded for the first overall pick and did that whole Panther Street. Mm-hmm. He got DJ Moore included in that. That's a wide receiver one.
Right.
He got Keenan Allen for a pretty decent deal. He drafted Caleb. He set the team up, but something's not clicking.
Right.
And they need to blow up the whole staff, get rid of people on offense. I don't know, but it's not looking good.
Right. And get a damn O-line.
Get a damn O-line, because not one quarterback you've had in the last 10 years is that one.
Right.
You would think they would learn, but...
No. Not by a stretch.
Jeez.
Then, I did not watch much of the 49ers-Bucks game. I know it was on... I know it was on Channel 2, but I was watching the other game. Then we have the Broncos and Chiefs game. So I know I asked earlier if... Pat Mahomes asking the Chief for help was a little bit of a stretch. If that was an overreaction, is that alluding to like the dark inner things that's going on? I know
it's like it's almost like the conspiracy theories go so deep that I like don't believe it. Right. But like I think it was more so like he was just whining, like, "Hey, help me," because I'm not getting the calls. I don't think it was just so much like, "Hey, you need to start doing." Like our work for us,
right?
I just think he was just kind of bitching and just worded it that way, but it's just weird.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot of conspiracy things about why games are orchestrated the way that they are. I definitely heard a lot of things about the World Series that the reason why they were going to let Yankees come back was because of ad revenue, because of money, and the third. So. I hear a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, I can see it, but at the same time, it's like I sort of still want to be ignorant to it because I still want to say like the better team wins.
I don't think everything is as scripted as people say. I think the thumb is on some of these games and some of these situations to where they can just kind of control here and there. I don't think every outcome is like predetermined. It's got to be down to a T. But I think there's some manipulation.
I think. I also want to say that I think, in my opinion, when the Chiefs play the Bills and the Bengals, it's to make Mahomes look like the better quarterback out of the three.
Yeah, they're like sacrificial lambs, yeah.
But I don't see those same interactions and calls going on when it's just the Bengals and Bills by themselves.
That is correct. Yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna say the whole DeMar Hamlin thing. That was just a literal shot out of the dark. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do. Like that was literally like life or death.
That was just a rant. That was just an occurrence on the side there. Yeah.
But I don't see the same stuff that goes on in those two. Like with the touchdown, the back in the end zone touchdown pass in the playoffs against those two teams.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like how it was ruled a touchdown and it didn't look like it was a touchdown. But other than that, I don't see the same stuff being orchestrated against the Chiefs versus those two teams versus just Bills and Bengals.
And I don't even think, because some people might go like, "Oh, well, you just don't hear it." But like, I think we would hear it because I've seen people, the Chiefs are more focused on well, yeah, because they get more calls go towards them and they get more controversy surrounding them on the field. So of course we're going to pay attention.
Correct. But with that game overall, it was a very close game. I'm ashamed that I think they were 10. It was like 10-0 in the beginning, and then there was a slugfest. Got them all the way up by 2 points, and then the Broncos missed that field goal. I believe.
Blocked. Yeah.
Oh, blocked field goal.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. It definitely a very close game. In my opinion, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm a Chiefs hater. To me, this is just not a very inspiring undefeated streak because I don't think the Chiefs have been playing the best football, but they've been managing to win, and that's all that matters.
Between and you guys can laugh if you want to, but between the Patriots undefeated run up until now and the Chiefs undefeated run up until now, Brady had 36 touchdowns passing through 10 games. Mahomes has like 14.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see him compared again.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging like 4 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, and he barely had like key weapons other than
Moss. That was his first Moss year. Yeah. So that's why he was going stupid. Is he had Moss, and then I think he had Welker. I think finally Welker came on the first year.
Yeah,
he had an old Troy Brown. So like he had weapons, but he utilized everything. Yeah. I mean, like 30.
Honestly, as much as I hated the fact that y'all were winning, I loved that Moss to Brady to Moss connection.
You can look at it like nostalgia wise and be like,
it was so busted. It did not matter who was on Moss. God. He was one hand snagging that joint back of the end zone. I still remember that Jets game where Bro just snagged it in the back of the end zone. Yes. It was such a busted connection that I hate the fact that Bro was on Patriots, there.
I know.
But it's just like, looking back, I'm just like, yo, Brady and Moss on the same team.
And they're prime.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes,
God.
Bro.
Man, that was, yeah.
And then Moss went to freaking San Francisco, did the same thing.
Yeah.
Did the same thing. So then now we have the next game will be Bills and Colts. I think this is more so, when does the Colts wave the white flag?
I mean, I don't know if bringing AR back is waving the white flag, because apparently they felt like Flacco gave the best chance to win, which clearly he doesn't. So
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy because the past 2 games he's been looking very human.
Yeah. So I think the pizzazz or allure or whatever you want to call it, I think it's worn off, because I think people were saying last week, just bring Richardson back out.
Right.
Flacco's not helping you win games, so you might as well give the kid more experience.
Right.
I don't know.
My takeaway from this game is that the Bills did a lot with less,
which they've continued to do this year. Shout out to them.
Oh, you said Colts? Oh, Bills? You're playing? Oh, nah. Oh, we're doing reviews. We're doing week reviews. I think this is more so. So I think the only way that the Colts are getting by with this performance is that the Texans also keep dropping games. Now the Texans are leading the way at 6-4, and the Colts are 4-6.
Yeah,
I mean they can turn it around, but they definitely have to win out.
It's really I mean I think the Texans, even though they've been a little bit down lately, I think they're safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't. The Colts are not going to catch them, and obviously the Jags and the
definitely safe.
Titans are non-factors. So yeah, I think they're safe.
Now, as quiet as we have not been talking about the Chargers, and I'm just now looking at the schedule, I have to give them flowers. They are 6-3.
Yeah, they're just such a not even with Herbert on there. There's such a lack of weapons.
Yes,
there's just not
any
reason to talk about them.
It's almost as if like they were the Rams at one point because no one knew who was on the Rams after Aaron Donald left. So then now
they were saying, like, they would always say name 5 defensive players on the Rams.
Right.
Be like, I don't know.
Now I can't even do that for the Chargers.
No. Derwin James.
Yeah, literally it.
Asante Samuel Jr. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, just those 2.
Yeah. And then on offense, I mean, he's throwing Quentin Johnston.
Penny chipping napkin.
Actually, a real penny chipping napkin is Jalen Reagor, because he's throwing him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So, Miles, I'm sorry, I got to talk about this game real quick. So, the Vikings and the Jags. So, one of my boys I follow on Instagram, I did want to get him on the pod one day because he's a Jags fan. And so, he's a Jags regular. I swear, if he could, bro, would like move up there because he's always like, he lives in Titusville and he drives all the time to the game. Yes. So he was actually at this game. Bad weather and all, because weather sucked on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bad weather. That whole arena looked like they wanted to storm the field.
Get Mac out of there.
No, get Doug out of there. Get Doug out of there.
It's really not Mac's fault.
They wanted Doug on a pike. That's how bad it was.
You really got to win a game that's 12-7, regardless of who your quarterback is. Yeah.
I mean, because I was looking at the score, I was like, "What the hell going on here?" And then looking at the highlights, there were barely any highlights, but it was just the fact that
combined 5 interceptions from both sides.
What?
There might have been some fumbles in there too. I don't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There had to have been, especially with weather like that. Yeah, that's just a mess.
Jeez. I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it was here, but I did see a lot of ponchos. So
yeah,
but that joint was packed for a Vikings game. That joint was packed.
They wanted to see Mac Jones debut.
What? Yeah, that Mac Jones debut was quite
lackluster,
right, to say the least.
Yeah, I kind of had I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but I thought for a second, since he was like back home, I thought he was gonna do okay.
He needed like a new scenery.
That's what the change of scenery was talking about, but
yeah,
I don't think it matters.
You can take the quarterback out of the.
But you can't. You can take the ass out of the quarterback, but you can take the quarterback out of the ass. Pause. Whatever that was. That actually wasn't good enough. You can take the quarterback out of the Patriots. You can take the Patriots out of the quarterback.
Oh my god. Yo, that man is so cooked, bro. Oh man. Nah. Miles mad. He said, "I hate y'all." He said, "Roddy, y'all can have back. Give us Drizzy."
No, you can't have Drizzy.
Oh hell no.
Oh god.
Y'all gonna mess him up too. What?
Oh god. Oh no, yeah, don't mess him up.
Y'all gonna mess him up. Yo, Matt came in messed up.
Yeah, Drizzy hasn't got messed up yet.
Bro didn't even have a chance. Bro still trying to not throw picks. Oh man. That is funny. All right, so on better topic, so then we have the Steelers and the Commanders. Honestly, so we didn't really know how this Steelers team was going to fare throughout the season because they have one of the toughest schedules, one of the more quarterback decisions.
There was a lot of toss up between the quarterbacks, yeah.
And honestly, shout out to Mike Tomlin because he's handled it extremely well.
Yeah.
I think what we were really trying to gauge of how the season was going to go, I think went better than what we expected from the Steelers. They are currently 7-2. They're leading their division, division.
I would say, yeah.
Baltimore is right on their trail. If they wouldn't have lost against the Browns, they would probably be first place.
Yeah,
tied for first place.
So looking back on it.
So now, we have a situation where both teams Steelers can really run away with this.
Yeah,
I think Steelers is, even though they've been somewhat inconsistent during their play, they've been more of the consistent team than the Ravens.
I would say yes. I think you kind of expect what you're going to get out of the Steelers this year.
Right.
Yeah, the Ravens had the Browns game, obviously, which you didn't expect, and then they had the Raiders game at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Which was a little out of left field. So, yeah, believing the Steelers were going to be more consistent than the Ravens in the beginning of the season. Didn't think that was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, so my biggest takeaway from this game is that these are two equally matched teams, and the Commanders will be more of a hassle for us, and I will not be surprised if we are down 2 scores at the end of the half.
I can see it. Yeah.
We do have a thing where we did score first, and we did score in the first quarter against the Cowboys, but honestly, we will definitely need to clean up. We still have a lot of things to clean up.
Yeah.
So I'm not shaking in my boots, but I'm like, damn.
It's not a layup.
Oh, 100% by a stretch.
Yeah, definitely not a layup.
By a stretch. And I think we got like. I'm not gonna talk about the Eagles game again. I mentioned it. address stuff.
Beat a bad team.
I'm glad that we got a dub in the column. That's really it.
Yeah.
I know I saw a bunch of pictures of Philadelphia fans celebrating, as they should. To me, I'm more so like we beat up on a bad team. I would have cheered if this was honestly. I would have been cool if Dak was playing.
I think I would have been happier for you guys if Dak was playing because I mean, obviously, them with Cooper Rush are not a great team.
Correct.
And Cooper Rush isn't a bad dude, so there's really no.
And Micah Parsons was playing.
Yeah.
So somewhat of a fully healthy defense.
Yeah.
I think Micah want to be a Philly fan so
Absolutely.
bad, dog. Bro was in a Philadelphia jersey.
Yeah.
Or 76ers jersey. I get it. He was chopping it up with Saquon, but I think bro want to be a Philly.
I think he does too.
I think bro want to be in Philly so bad.
I could see it. I mean, I know the Cowboys wouldn't trade him there.
Oh, 100%.
He'd have to sign there.
Right.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, bro want to be a Philly so bad.
Yeah.
So the next game, is there much to talk about with the toilet clogging game?
Not really. No, I'll be honest. I didn't watch like any of it.
Neither did I, because I didn't think that the Falcons were gonna.
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of threw up the prediction and was like, let's see if it works. But
I mean, Derek Carr came back.
Yeah,
he didn't throw any hospital passes. Thank God.
And they won.
And they won by 3 against a full squad.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment for them. It's not like
right.
in the world, but
I mean, he did a lot better than the Jets interim.
He did.
So
good for them. I mean, they're not probably gonna. No, they're definitely not gonna go anywhere this year. But it's
right.
Damn, Eric Gordon looks old.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro is still playing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Every time he plays a new team, I'm like, damn, bro, just not playing on retiring.
I used to. I feel like he would get traded every offseason, or he'd sign somewhere, or he was just like always like 6-man role player.
Yeah.
But he's still going.
Yeah.
Like, it's been since like 2008.
For real.
Since the Clippers.
Yeah, successful as hell.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's had a long career.
Yeah, every team that he's on, they make a deep run to the playoffs.
Yeah. The Rockets teams and
yeah. I think the next, so we could talk about the last two. Is there a big takeaway from the Dolphins and Rams other than?
I don't think so. I think Tua looked better.
Other than he was wearing a shiesty.
Yeah. I don't. Are you okay? Are we sure you're okay?
I don't know. That look, it just didn't look like. I feel like he doing the jaw thing. He just like trying to.
He's adapted this bad boy. I told you he was acting like an asshole with the reporters that wanted to make sure he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not much to like talk about because I think I don't really know their identity.
Right.
Like they're almost fully healthy. I mean, their defense is banged up, but they're still not really like impressing.
Right.
But Tua, like I said, he did look better. He looked better on third down. So something to build on, I guess.
I don't know. Something about the offense still lacks to be desired.
Yeah, like what's up with Tyreek? Like the quarterback's back.
Right.
Jalen Waddle, same thing. He's getting like 2-3 receptions a game for like 20 yards.
Right.
I'm like, what are they doing?
Right. I feel like they were calling a lot of college trick plays that didn't really. They're calling like a lot of screens, a lot of passes in the flat. I'm just like, why don't you get them down the field?
Yeah.
I mean, you got both your running backs.
You guys have the ability to do it.
Right.
A-Chain's still on the team.
Right.
I don't know if they're trying to like ease Tua back into it or what, but
I don't know.
It's confusing to me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because that game was really like a misnomer type of game where it's like it was confusing, but they were like the defense kept them in.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because the defense was better than the Rams' offense, but then Stafford had both his wide receivers.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, there's a disconnect. I don't think one team is better than. I just think one team just maybe capitalized better.
One team, I think, just didn't come out the same way as the other. I think it's just that simple.
Right,
yeah.
Right. No, and that's.
I think they're like very evenly matched teams too on paper. But Waddle, Tyreek, and then you look at Puka and Cooper, and the quarterbacks have a decently even comp. So they were even. They just didn't.
Right.
Yeah, they weren't for LA.
Both running and both running back.
Kyrie Williams, A-Chain. Yeah, there's a very similar,
it was
on paper matchup.
Honestly, it was just weird. Like both offenses can really do much of anything, but both defenses both kept them around.
Yeah,
so.
And their defenses have been banged up, so they're not like the strong point of the team either. So I don't.
Yeah, that was a weird ass Monday night game.
Yeah,
it was weird in my opinion. But lastly, we'll talk about the biggest game. We'll talk about the Lions and the Texans.
Yeah.
So as we said, Nico Collins, he did not return. He's returning this week.
Yes.
Okay.
They're finally getting him back.
So honestly, my biggest takeaway from this game was like, I'm not trying to. I don't know. So when they're struggling on offense, this team definitely feels the effects of it in Houston.
Yes.
Which I get it. You lost Diggs for the year, unfortunately. You lost Nico. I understand Robert Woods isn't who he used to be. Former Robert Woods with the Rams.
Yeah, you have John Mechie from Alabama.
Right.
They drafted him a couple years ago.
And then you still got Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
So he's more of your security blanket. Joe Mixon is still doing the thing.
Yeah.
Offensively. So I feel like whenever there's a lack, like when someone goes down on this offense, like for some reason this team is just a different team.
Yeah.
CJ just does not perform well.
It's weird, and like I said, I think a lot of it can be contributed to like O-line play, but also, yeah, it's just not, like you said, not the same team.
Right.
Does not have that same spark. Not explosive. Not fear. Like I wouldn't fear them either.
Right.
You know, they beat the hell out of the Patriots, but that I think was an outlier because ever since then they haven't played the same. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this comeback win from the Lions really puts them over the top.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that they, in my opinion, could win the NFC division because they're 8-1. This is their only loss was to the Buccaneers.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only loss was to the Buccaneers,
which is crazy.
Yeah, they've taken off ever since.
And the Bucs looked really good in that game, and that was right. I think that was earlier on, maybe
it was
3 or 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Week. I want to say week 2.
Might have been even. Yeah, week 2.
Yeah, I want to say week 2.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
Yeah. So my biggest takeaway from this game is the Lions. I think this is a new era to where the Lions definitely have taken control of the NFL, but maybe this might be a good regular season team. We will see.
It's hard to say.
I don't want to say that they'll fizzle out in the playoffs, but
we just haven't seen them enough in the playoffs to know if they will fizzle in the playoffs. Like, they don't have a track record of it really because they haven't been there.
Right. Because do we? So they ran into the 49ers last year.
Yes.
And obviously this is not the same 49ers team.
Honestly, I don't know if you remember, but and I'm sure you do, but the that game they were up by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just, I think it was right before halftime.
Yep.
49ers kind of kicked it in, and then after just floored it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is not the same.
Right.
Team.
Because I think about it, the only teams that I feel that could give this team, like could threaten this team, is Eagles, Commanders. I don't think the Viking. No, the Viking. No, did they play? I think
they played the Lions. Yeah, they already played the Lions.
Okay, I'm thinking, what was it? The Packers that gave them? I think I'm confusing it with the Packers and Vikings. That was that high scoring game.
Was the Packers game the one where they came back, or was that against someone else?
I think that was against someone else.
That was against someone else, yeah. Because there was a game, I think, with the Packers. Oh, that was the Packers. You're right, the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Packers were down big to the Vikings. And
yeah,
then they came all the way back.
Yeah, I was confused.
That's what it was. Yes, yeah.
Because I'm looking right now at these teams. So Cardinals, they're leading their division. The Falcons are leading their division, and the Eagles and Commanders. Well, we're currently leading the division, but till tomorrow we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to see who could give this team some form of problem going into the playoffs.
That's the question. I don't know. I mean, unless the 49ers like recharge, which I don't think they have no Ayuk.
Right.
CMC's a variable.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really any teams on there that scream, "Hey, they're going to beat the Lions."
Right.
But, I don't know.
And maybe I would say maybe Philly would be more of a contender, but I don't believe in the coach.
I believe Philly should absolutely be a contender.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, there's a coaching issue. It's just not clicking.
To me, and it's like, and it sucks too because it's not even that I'm purposely writing off my own team.
Yeah.
But when you sit here and you watch Sirianni make all these decisions, when we really should just be again kicking a field goal, letting the Jags come back into the game. We went 5 weeks without scoring a touchdown in the first quarter.
It's a failure. Yes.
It's like it gives me worry. Like we went this long in dysfunction, and now we're trying to turn it around when the Lions are literally throwing 5 picks and then they win by a field goal.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
like to me that team's more believable because it's like the game didn't go well for them, but the coach turned it around and put them in a position,
found ways to win. Yeah.
Versus another coach who has his team at 7-2, but has not purposely, but sandbagged in a way to where we're stifling our growth. Because offense doesn't look the same.
No.
Again, Saquon is literally the reason why
and he had a really slow game against Dallas, and they still won.
Right.
So I mean, it's
right.
It's definitely coaching related, like you said. They're obviously not going to fire him now. You guys are way too good record wise.
Correct.
It'd be like the Bucks when they fired Adrian Griffin and they were up by 10 games over 500.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to do it now.
Correct.
But
correct.
Yeah.
Right. So honestly, those are my teams right now. I really want to put Minnesota out there. Maybe they could be a threat.
I do, but like I said, Sam Darnold over the stretch has gotten progressively worse.
Right.
Which some people could say they would have saw it coming, but I really thought he had figured it out. I thought he was like a Geno Smith, where he's just like he's good now.
Right.
But he's been faltering. So
agreed. Maybe if Green Bay, because honestly, I don't even think I should be writing off Green Bay. They're 6-3 right now.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
So I mean, they could also give them a run. So those could be maybe Philly, Commanders, Vikings, Packers, Falcons, and Cardinals. Really. So those are really just my.
You know what? I really, really want the Cardinals to just like make a run.
Yeah.
I just don't think they have it. But they're a scrappy team. They're gonna get into the wild card round and face a team, and someone's gonna get
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get upset, or someone's gonna get really close to getting upset, and it's not gonna be good.
I can see the chips falling to where I don't want to say Philly will play them. I can see maybe if they play the Falcons.
That would be I would almost take the Cardinals in that situation.
I could see them playing against the Falcons, maybe the Packers.
Yeah, even that is that's. I know they already lost to the Packers this year, but that's a matchup that I could see.
Or maybe if the 49ers make a stretch.
And they play them in the wild card round or something, yeah.
Right. Or maybe the Rams might get it together, because I'm not trying to write off Stafford right now. They're 4-5.
Not with Puka and Cooper there, too.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's obviously something going on there that, I think maybe they're just trying to battle injuries. That's just keeping them at 4-5. But overall, I really don't know who could really combat this team to really give them a push.
No, there's not. There's no one out there that like would scare me if I'm Detroit.
Right.
I would feel confident enough to just go. But
someone said there could be a Chiefs Lions Super Bowl.
Yeah, I could see that. See, because again with the Chiefs, it's like maybe the Bills knock them off.
Right.
Who else is there that would?
Maybe if Texans get it together.
If they get Nico back, everyone healthy, they can run. But
Texans, or as you said, Bills, or
maybe Ravens, possibly Ravens, but
or Steelers.
Or I mean, that defense could give them something. Yeah, I think the East has a few more contenders than not the East. The AFC has more contenders. I would say than the NFC.
Yeah, because you got Bills, Steelers, Ravens, and Texans.
Yeah,
and or maybe Chargers.
Could be.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, they're 6-3, and then Denver is 5-5, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll definitely see. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. So as of right now, Philly and Commanders are tied for second place, and number one spot who will win the NFC is the Lions.
Makes sense.
I just hope that we just don't have another situation where it's just an upset and the Lions just fizzle out in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I hope not, because you do have a lot of great regular season teams, but playoff teams are just.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode of 4th and 0. It was a definitely nice chat. It was a funny episode. The mean team came. The lol cows. Everybody came through. Appreciate you, DE and Miles, for tuning in for another episode, and everybody else who was chilling in the background. We will be back next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm hoping that this in-season tournament nonsense will be over.
I hope so too. Yeah,
because I totally forgot it was on, and I'm just like, dog, it's stupid,
useless.
Oh, and then there goes the quote: Rodgers are returning 2025. Quote: I think so.
41 in December. So he's going.
He might as well just get his money and
go in the darkness retreat
for real. Yeah. And lastly, hope Pop has a swell recovery. Just saw that he had a mild stroke November 2nd.
Yeah.
I don't think that they disclosed it when he had it the first time.
No, they just said
he was just out indefinitely.
I don't know if they used the word serious, but they used it was a health concern. Yeah,
so. He was just out indefinitely, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will catch y'all next week. We are out of here.
Peace. Down goes the mic.
Bro dropped.